In her writings, her judicial heroes, her extensive political activities, her Harvard actions to restrict the military unlawfully, her hostility to congressional actions against terrorism in a letter she wrote, her efforts to block restrictions on partial birth abortion while in the Clinton White House, her Supreme Court arguments last year that Congress can ban pamphlets criticizing politicians, and perhaps the most disturbing to me, as someone who spent 15 years in the Department of Justice, her actions as Solicitor General of the United States, whereby she failed to defend the don't ask, don't tell congressional law, not military policy, a law she had openly, deeply opposed, but which she promised to vigorously defend were she to be confirmed as Solicitor General. Leaves no doubt what kind of judge she would be. An activist, liberal, progressive, politically minded judge who will not be happy simply to decide cases, but will seek to advance her causes under the guise of judging. While I have been firm in my criticisms of the nominee, I have given considerable thought to the criticism that I've made and tried not to be inaccurate in them. I believe they are correct, but if I'm in error, I would be pleased to admit and correct that error. No nominee should have their record unfairly sullied in this great Senate. That would be wrong. I therefore ask and challenge the supporters of the nominee to point out any errors in my remarks as we go forth so that we can, above all, get the facts straight. The matters I will set forth today and later are serious. There is disagreement, I believe, between what the record, the facts, and the testimony show and the White House spin, and even the Kagan spin. And I use that word carefully. So let's therefore begin this debate in all seriousness. Let's get to the bottom of these matters. There is a truth. We can ascertain what happened. Let's find out what happened in these matters. Let's get to the bottom of it. Some raise the question of how many Republicans will vote for the nominee. Another question to ask is how many Democrats will vote against the nominee. I call on every senator to study the record and make an informed and independent decision. We are not lemmings here. We have a constitutional duty to make an independent decision. So I urge my Democratic colleagues to not just to be a rubber stamp, not to allow political pressures to influence your decisions, but make an independent and fair analysis of the nominee